As a man, you're attracted to women because in the presence of woman, you feel so much more as a man. She is the opposite of you. So when you meet her, you feel so much as a man. Another place where as a man, you feel very much as a man is when you pummel another man, right? But this is based on violence. In the relationship of man and woman, in a healthy space, there's no violence. In the presence of a woman, I feel my masculinity is highlighted because her nature is yin and my nature is yang, and it's highlighted. So that's where the attraction comes from, and that's why men like to mac. This is a hip-hop expression, those of you who understand what I mean. I'm gonna mac them hoes because I want to show myself, prove to myself my level of manliness. The more I can mac them hoes, the more I can get women, the more I'm highlighting my masculinity. I understand. I've played that game. I understand what it means. But the issue is that this is always at the surface and it's always based on persona. So my persona was able to seduce the persona of that hoe. But the persona is got nothing to do with you. The persona is a construction. Her persona is a construction and your persona is a construction. And your persona is a construction, you identify to it and you think it's the man. And that fake man just seduced that fake woman. So no matter what experience you have, first, you never feel like the man. That's why you need to do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Because it doesn't, whatever you naturally as a man seek to find in the presence of a woman, you never find it. Because the woman is never there and the man is never there. There's two personas, a persona that pretends to be a man and a persona that pretends to be a woman. Right? So if you let go of the persona for a little bit and you come into a space, right? You let go of persona, everything you imagine of manhood and whatnot. Manhood is about power. And womanhood is about receiving power. It's not based on personas. So if now you let go of the persona, you enter into a new kind of space, a sacred space where there's a polarity that is established itself, not based on persona, but actual how much power you have and how much she's able to receive power. So now you're in the presence of genuine polarity. And as a man, you can feel the strength that you have in your power, not your persona, and the effect that it has on her system. And in that presence, well, what you receive is what she begins to relax. Not based on your persona or your games or your playing, because she can perceive your stability. And your stability ain't got nothing to do with muscles or money, although it may include that. It's not that. Stability is internal resilience. She begins to relax. And as she begins to relax, her woman energy, the womb energy or the yin energy starts to appear. And as a man, there's now starts to be an interaction between the masculine energy, the yang energy, and the yin energy. And you receive yin energy. You don't steal it. It radiates through her. And depending on the kind of the flow that you're having today, well, you get your dose of yin energy. It's soothing. As a man you're a man, you're on yang energy, you're like, if you're in your things, you're on your go. And now you get a perfect injection of yin energy. Something that appeases you and helps to balance you and nurtures you. But this is just, she doesn't do anything. She's not caressing you and touching you like you're an infant, like a lot of guys have. You're like a little boy. No. It's the vibration of her yin energy through her womb when she relaxes, only if she relaxes, that you receive. And it helps you to fill your reservoir of yin energy and appeases you. And that's what men look for in women. Well, you look for a lot of things, but this is definitely one of them. Like as a man, let's say you go out and you're in the battlefield all the time. The world has changed, but you'll understand what I mean. You're always on the go. You always got to go. You're in the flow of action. You get home, you're still wired. And in her presence, it's like a cold shower that's not cold. If you know what I mean. It appeases you. It just like helps you to soothe yourself. I'm not saying she's treating you like a child. I'm not saying she's giving you the titty because you're a little boy looking for mommy. And I'm not talking about that at all. I'm saying that's the yin energy. And from there, as you relax, your yin energy it fills up and your yang energy is tonified. The overheat goes away and it becomes pure and more focused. Sometimes you'll have a dance from this and sometimes you won't. But sometimes you do, and when you do, it's very precise and very profound. Anyways, the point was what I was trying to say. I think this conversation is coming to an end. Is that what does a man look for in a woman besides he wants to ejaculate? In the presence of a woman, you cannot, how to say that? You feel as a man the most in the presence of a woman. Just like the nighttime feels the most the nighttime in correlation to the day. But that polar extreme can communicate. It dances, it has many ways of dancing, right? But at the end of the day, let's say she needs a dose of yang, you become super yang. Now you get it. It's all kinds of ways of dancing, but the point is, in the presence of a woman, beneath the facade, beneath the persona, where the polarity can meet, you discover yourself as a man from a power level in a way that you cannot imagine, which has got nothing to do with pummeling her, fucking her silly. No, it got nothing to do with that, and could include that or not. It's not what I'm saying. We're talking about power-wise, energy-wise. The real power of a woman is her capacity to receive. And that as she relaxes, she can actually receive you. I'm not saying receive you, that means you speak about your day and how hard it was because you're that guy. No. Receive your intensity, your power, your will, your intention, your direction, your visions, your desires. She receives you. Not your shit, your bogus, your insecurities. Nah, she receives you. You have a place, that's what the man looks for in a woman. I'm like, I want to bury myself somewhere. I want to plant something. So she can start to receive you. But when somebody receives you, you realize how much power you got. So, in a way, you get what you want in the sense that you can plant yourself somewhere, but you also discover or witness to how much power you have, which you generally don't know because you're always in it. It becomes very apparent to you. You get to witness yourself, discover yourself, realize yourself so much more in her presence or in a very different way because she highlights, her capacity to receive highlights to such an extreme the difference between you and her. If she's totally receptive, you get to see how totally powerful you are or at what level you are at. This is not fake, this is not muscles, this is not hype, this is not persona, this is not surface, this is internal power. Again, this is a very vast conversation. And a lot of our conversation today is mashed up because there's a lot of things and we're going to eventually dissect each one, but there's a lot mashed up. Beneath the facade, which is where your average person lives, the facade ain't real. That's not a man. That is not a man. Tupac Shakur is a facade. He's a cartoon character pretending to be a man. No disrespect to Tupac Shakur. This is a cartoon character. So this cartoon character is running along like a delinquent, meeting some other cartoon character like woman. And these collide. But the facade is tension. That's what I'm trying to say. A facade is tension. Your facade is tension. Her facade is tension. So there's no real connection when both are tense. Tense means protected. So as you relax, that means you let go of the facade because you choose that and you start to come down. The facade goes down. So now your energy, her energy starts to circulate and what's really there starts to emerge, both in you and in her. And there's a new kind of dialogue that presents itself. And if the connection is polarized enough, then your masculine energy starts to come online naturally. And her feminine energy, as she relaxes, as she feels your masculine energy, her feminine energy starts to also arise. And there's more space for a deeper communication, meaning this is me. And she's like, I'm receiving you. But when she's receiving you, you're receiving her.